Welcome to the March 7th, 2022 Grafton Board of Health meeting. As a preliminary matter, this is Dan Finn, Vice Chair of the Board of Health, and permit me to confirm that all members and persons anticipated on the agenda are present and can hear me. Bill Muller.
Bill Muller here.
And Jennifer Maynard.
Jen Maynard here.
And then the staff and anticipated speakers on the agenda. When I call your name, please respond in the affirmative. Nancy Connors. Yep. Didn't hear that. Nancy Connors here. Julie Van Arsland.
Here.
Okay, and then also anticipated speakers, we have DJ Wilson.
DJ Wilson here.
And Sherry Tangri.
Here.
Great. So I'd like to open the meeting. If I can get a motion to open the meeting, please.
This is Bill Muller. I move that we open the meeting.
And a second.
Jen Maynard, second.
All those in favor?
Bill Muller, aye.
Jen Maynard, aye.
And Dan Finn, aye. So here we go. Let's see, good evening. This open meeting of the Grafton Board of Health is being conducted remotely, consistent with the Act extending certain COVID-19 measures adopted during the state of emergency. This act includes an extension until April 1st, 2022, which is coming up, and of the remote meeting provisions, and an executive order suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law. Okay. The order, which you can find posted on the town's website at www.grafton-mass.gov, allows public bodies to meet entirely remotely as long as reasonable public access is afforded so that the public can follow along with the deliberations of the meeting. Let's see, for this meeting, the Grafton Board of Health is convening by video conference via Zoom as posted on the town's website, identifying how the public may join. I don't think we have any public meeting. Please note that this meeting is being recorded and that some attendees are participating by video conference. Accordingly, please be aware that other folks may be able to see you and that to take care not to screen share your computer. Anything that you broadcast may be captured by the recording. Let's see. And before we turn to the first item on the agenda, permit me to cover some ground rules for effective and clear conduct of our business and to ensure accurate meeting minutes. I will introduce speakers on the agenda for a topic, and after they conclude their remarks, I invite board members to provide any comment, questions, or motions. Then please identify yourself when speaking. Please remember to mute your phone or computer when you're not speaking, and please remember to speak clearly in a way that helps generate accurate minutes. Okay, finally, any votes on any motions made during this meeting will be conducted by roll call vote. So I was able to print an agenda about 3 minutes ago or 5 minutes ago. And the first item on the agenda is the CMRPHA, the Alliance updates. So Julie, could you take that, please?
Sure. What I'll do is I'll just let you know all about the inspections that were conducted this month and documents that were reviewed. There were quite a few building permits that came in that were reviewed, which are not listed. Title V inspection reports that were reviewed were 89 High Point Drive, 1 Valley View Drive, 13 Coach House, 23 Browns Road. Some of the complaints that we received and investigated were for 15 Cherry Lane, 109 Creeper Hill Road for an odor complaint. I reviewed some septic as-built and signed off on the certificate of compliances for 9 Rodnick Street, 16 Appaloosa Drive, as well as well test results for both. Some of the food inspections that were done were Crescent Manor Rest Home, King Jade, the 3 Cumberland Farms, New Fancy Pizza, Bushel and Peck, the high school, North Grafton Elementary School, Reunion Tap and Table, Lake Ripple Extra Mark, Cancun's, Grafton Grill, And I conducted 4 septic inspections, 75 Weston Road. I did a bottom inspection as well as a component inspection, and then 5 Follett Street, a bottom and a component inspection as well. And that pretty much is the inspections that we conducted this month. It doesn't include any of the reviews of any of the docs that we did in the office. I can also say that being out in the field, even though the numbers have dropped significantly for positive COVID cases, businesses are still, it's difficult for businesses to get employees to work or to hire employees and to retain them. So that's still an ongoing issue. And also I just wanted to say, if you were not aware, that Pat Breckman is retiring, I believe this coming Friday. So just
Yes.
wanted to let you know about that. And if we have any questions or concerns, we can reach out to Amelia.
Okay. Were there any issues, Julie, with the food establishments, or were they all up to snuff pretty much?
Yeah, they were all pretty good. Schools were good. Schools were great. Even, last month with the other 3 schools, a few equipment issues, but are being addressed. But no, nothing over the top, and nothing really to be concerned about. They're
Great.
doing really good.
And I had one other question on that list. On the last item, on the septic inspections, what's a bottom and component?
So I'll give you just a little bit of an overview. Once I review septic designs and they're approved, an installer, whoever their installer is, comes in and they come to the Board of Health office and they pull a permit to install a septic system. They have to install it according to the plan that was approved. A bottom inspection is the area that they dig out. They dig it out at the right elevation. I go and I view it to make sure that there's no fill, they're in the right layer, there's no smearing, and that's prior to them dumping in Title V sand and building up the system. That's the first step.
Yeah.
And a component inspection is once the say like the septic tank and the pump, if there's a pump chamber, the tanks are installed as well as all the components to the septic system. I go out and I do a visual, I walk the pipes, make sure everything is connected, make sure that they have their baffles in, their gas baffle. And again, that's a visual for me.
Great. Bill or Jen, do you have any questions for Julie? No.
No.
Okay, thank you very much. So next, under discussion, we have COVID cases, COVID updates. And I don't have, if I knew I was going to be here in this position this evening, I'd have things printed out, but I think we've all been getting the daily updates that Nancy has been sending out, and they're pretty much single digits, 1, 2, 3, 0. And Julie, you have some information on that?
Yeah, I was just gonna say today's count was 0.
Yeah.
So that's great. You're moving. I mean, you guys are doing really well.
Right, crossing fingers and knocking on wood. And of course, there may be some unreported cases as well, but in general, we're going in the right direction, and that's terrific. I know some of the larger chain drugstores are actually still giving boosters. I think we have to try to continue to urge people to get that booster shot, because most of the cases and deaths certainly have been unvaccinated, fully unvaccinated folks. I think now we can probably turn to the tobacco regulations. And so I don't know, DJ, if you're available to get us up to date with those.
Sure. I believe we met initially on December 6th, and then did a first draft. And on February 7th, we went through that draft, and I answered Sherry and I answered questions that you had, and we came up with the latest draft, which is dated 2/8/22. And that is the draft you should be looking at.
Great.
So,
Okay,
all right. And so there shouldn't be any surprises.
Right.
It's all edited to the wishes of the board.
right. So I don't know what Jen or Bill, if you have any questions, or if not, if I'd entertain a motion to vote for the amended regulations as of the 2/8 draft.
Dan, I would move that we approve the modifications. It might be helpful just to briefly restate what those modifications were. I did read the document today,
Yeah.
all 16 pages of it, and
Right.
it was interesting. There's like 5 pages of definitions.
There are, yes.
Yeah.
There are a lot of definitions, but actually that is where a lot of the legal action happens. So,
Right,
yes.
right.
And 6 of those definitions are the standard definitions for any flavor policy. Yeah.
Right, right. Yeah, I assume that was the case, so.
Yeah. So quickly, we added a rolling paper definition.
Right,
Yep.
And to the tobacco product flavor enhancer definition, I added a sentence that rolling papers with a characterizing flavor shall be considered a tobacco product flavor enhancer.
right.
I believe we added indoor, one single word, to, what was it for?
Section E1.
Who gets a permit, so that would be E1. And then, let's see. Cigar prices, the city of Boston had raised had gone back into their policy, which is the same thing that you have. And they did look at the National Consumer Price Index, and they determined through their calculations, their attorney's calculations, their health board has their own attorney, to be $290 and $580. And so those changes were made. And to the sale, so the flavor policy sale, I believe it was. Yeah, to the H, added the terms possess, hold, and keep to the verbs that are already there: sell, distribute, to let it be known that stores can't keep a case of, Newports in the store, and then tell Cherry that they're just there for the personal use of the owner. So flavor prohibited flavor products can't be left on site. So those were and we added a chart at the very end, and that's also fairly complicated looking, but it is aimed to make it easier for retailers to be able to understand which policies in this document get the higher state fines, that are mandated to get the higher state fines, and which policies are purely local policies and they still will get the lower fines that you people have had in your regulations since the previous regulation.
Yep.
All right.
So thank you. We appreciate the attention to detail and all the time you put into this. It's pretty comprehensive, I would say. So the approved amended tobacco regulation restricting the sale of tobacco products. Is there a vote to accept those?
Dan, I move, this is Bill Muller, I move that we accept the document as presented and amended.
Yep. Is there a second?
Jen Maynard, I'll second the motion.
And all those in favor?
Bill Muller, aye.
Jen Maynard, aye.
And Dan Finn, aye. So that's unanimous. Again, thank you folks so
Can I
much
just
for your
bring up
patience through all of this.
Sure, no trouble. Can
Actually-
I add one more thing?
Sure.
You do need an effective date. Typically, we have a 2 or 3 month date out. And I usually defer to Cherry because she's the one who knows when she's next going to be in stores. She knows her schedule. So I don't know what she prefers, but 2 or 3 months is typical.
Okay, yeah, so do we have to come up with an exact date Nancy's thinking, or I guess the time frame?
Yes.
When, a date?
I got the bottom of the regulations
Okay,
Yes.
here up on my laptop, and it says, uh,
when they go into effect.
this regulation shall take effect on, and that, I think was part of tonight's meeting, I believe so.
Okay,
Oh, okay. Well, it can go into effect upon publication of the summary in a newspaper because that is required by state law for all health regulations. So that
Okay.
phrase, this regulation shall take effect upon publication in a newspaper.
in a public newspaper, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so when we get that date, Nancy, we can plug it in and publish it, I guess.
And I can get this into the TNG site.
Okay. So we're gonna pencil in the 9th if that's possible. No, what's today? Sunday. Sunday's the 13th. So,
And I will send Nancy a phrase, yeah, to take place of the one that's sitting there.
yep.
Okay.
Great. To keep that tightened up. Thank you very much, DJ and Sherry.
You're welcome.
And
Welcome.
we're probably gonna go on with a couple things you don't necessarily need to stay on.
Nope, I'm
Okay.
good. Have a good
Thank
night.
you.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Okay. And actually, I just wanted to get back for a second about mitigation efforts to mention, I didn't get to read it today, but the Mass Department of Public Health did send out some information about pharmacies providing a test and medication and the details of that, and along with some posters and things. And Nancy, maybe we can get a look at those and see if we want to put some of that up on the town website, you know.
Sure.
So, any old business, new business to discuss? And I don't know that, Nancy, do you know if we have any correspondence?
You have everything.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on. No,
Okay,
there is none.
okay, good. So I guess I didn't have everything. And I think, we'd like to at least get a card off to Pat's retirement. Julie, I think they were having something at the Worcester office. Is it this Friday, you said?
Yes, it's this Friday at, hold on, let me see what the time is. 11:30 or 12 o'clock,
Okay.
12 o'clock. Yeah.
So if anyone, I guess we're all invited if anyone would like to attend, but at the very least, I think we should get a card off pretty soon. Of congratulations and happy retirement to her. So I guess after that, we just have the upcoming meeting schedules here. Monday, April 4th, Monday, May 2nd, and Monday, June 6th. I think we all have those on our sheets. So if there isn't any more,
And we do have the interview with the person from.
oh, that's right. I'm glad you mentioned that. Thank you. On the 21st, Monday at 6:30, we have an interview for the Tufts Bioscience Lab position on that.
Biomedical consultant.
Thank you. I was struggling with that too. So anyway, thank you very much. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
This is Bill Muller. I move that we adjourn.
And the
Maynard,
second,
second.
and all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And Dan Finn, aye. Thanks, everybody.
Roll call.